Hi, welcome to the March 2021 Take-Home Activity Kit from the Bruce County Public Library. And this month's kit is a woven bookmark. And this is my almost completed bookmark. I'm going to show you how to make your own bookmark from start to finish. So we'll start at the beginning, okay? So first in your kit, you have a pattern for cardboard loom. So it looks like this. So you'll want to cut a piece of cardboard to this size, about 2 inches by 5 inches, and this is going to be your loom. So this is what you will actually weave on. And you can see here along the cardboard that there's these little marks here, and those are the notches you are going to cut in the cardboard to make your loom so that you can wrap your warp strings around it. So in the kit you have 2 other sets of yarn, and you can choose one of those to be your warp and one of them to be the weft, the one that you will weave in. So I'll show you on my bookmark here that this is the warp. So it's the string underneath, and then the weft is what you weave through. Okay, so first you will cut a piece of cardboard to size, and I have mine here that I've started with. And the next thing you're going to do is, just like in the pattern here, you are going to measure along at about 8 slots evenly, about 3 millimeters apart. There's a couple more than 8 along here. So you decide. This is, we've got probably about 12 or 15 along here. And what I've done is I have cut tiny little slits about 1/2 centimeter into the cardboard. And those little sort of teeth are what is going to hold the warp in place. So I've shown you here how mine looks after I've wrapped it all around, but here we are. I'll just undo a little bit so you can see. So I'm keeping it nice and tight. Here's my string on the back, and I'm going to wrap this around. Now you'll see here I was a little enthusiastic. This one is a little deep, but that's okay. This is your first woven bookmark project. So we're just gonna wrap this around. We're gonna notch it in here in those little sort of slits or teeth that we've cut into the cardboard. And there we go, I've finished that off. So that's how you get your warp onto your loom to get started, okay? Now, you're going to take a piece of the yarn that we've provided, and this is about as long as my arm, and that's about as long as you want to make it. If you make it too much longer, it's going to be really hard to pull it through each time you're weaving it through. So we're going to use a number of pieces. I probably used about 5 or 6 pieces, so it wasn't a lot of cutting. But what we are going to do is we're going to leave what's called a tail at the end, and we're going to start weaving it through. So I have a darning needle. This was easier for me to use, so use whatever would be easy for you. And you can also maybe tie a little knot in the end, or use some tape to make kind of a flat piece that will help you weave it through. Really, I found a needle to be pretty helpful. So what we are going to start with, I'm just going to move this out of the way. I'm going to kind of get a little bit closer here, and we are going to start doing our weaving part with our weft. This is the weft thread or yarn that we're using. We're just going to simply do an over and under pattern. So we're going under this first warp, over, under, over, under. A little bit trickier at the very beginning. You know what? I'm going to use the other side of my cardboard because it's warping up a little bit, and that's going to give me a little more space between the warp and let me to get maneuver in and out. The other thing is we don't have to start down at the bottom. We want a little bit of space. So let's go under, over, under, over, under, over, under, over, under, over, under, over, under again. This is kind of our extra piece here. And so I'm just gonna, I'm right-handed, I'm pulling things with my right hand. we're just going to pull the weave. Okay, now we're weaving this fabric through. We've woven the needle through. Now we're pulling this yarn through. And there we go. We're just gonna line this up with a little bit of a tail at the end, okay? Now we are going to do the opposite when we come back and keep weaving. So I want this line to be a little bit straight. There's a bit of a fold there in my cardboard. I'm just gonna follow it up with that. You could use a fork to keep your yarn in a nice line, or you can use your needle. So here we go. We're gonna do opposite. So this was over. Now I'm gonna go under, and I'm gonna go back. And in my other one, I did a little bit of this when I was watching TV with my family, and I made a mistake. I did the same pattern, I duplicated it, but that's also, part of weaving. It could have been part of my plan, my fabric design. It wasn't, but that's okay. It's just a bookmark. It gives you a little bit of a way to experiment. I'm really actually liking this idea of weaving now. So here we go. I've woven my second piece through. I am going to just make it a tiny bit tighter. So the one thing you want to do is called tension in a lot of needle arts, making sure that you don't make something too tight. So I don't want to pull the weft all the way over. That's going to really pull all of the warp out of alignment. So if that happens, because you never know, just kind of loosen the weft a little bit. And I'm going to tighten it just a touch more. Because you don't want to pull this in as you weave and go along. You want to have a nice straight line. You can kind of try really hard to keep it like that. And now I'm just using that same needle to push it down. And as you get going, you'll see this really beautiful, simple woven pattern. So this is how you begin. I'm going to show you how we would finish up. So you just keep going in that pattern. You could make other patterns if you want to get creative and see if you could add an initial or something in it. That would be pretty neat. But here is my fully woven bookmark. I'm going to do my last piece through. So I'm going to thread my weft back onto my needle for this one. And you can see here, I have pulled, my tension is a little bit tight as we go into the center here. It's my first time weaving, not too bad. It's a little looser down at this part here, which is where I started at the bottom, and it's a little tighter at the top. So that just gives you an idea of what tension will look like when it's looser versus a bit tighter. Okay, so we're just gonna go under and over. We'll get this last row of weft woven in here. It's a little trickier at the top. This time of year, my hands are also dry and a bit sore, so it's a little trickier working with needles this time of year. This is pretty tight. And you know what? Actually, I'm not going to finish this off. This is, I think, as far as I'm going to go. So this will be my last row. And what I'm going to do here is finally tie this one, this last piece, around one of the warps, the one at the end, just to secure it. So I'm going to go underneath, and I'm going to make a knot by coming back through, and I'm going to pull that nice and tight, and that's going to be fairly secure until the ends are woven in. So the next step is taking it off the loom, and you get to see what it's going to be looking like and how it will actually feel. So what we are going to do is flip it over. We're actually going to cut these warp strings right down the middle, and then we will tie them together. So I've got my scissors here, and we'll just get right underneath everything. Maybe do a couple at once. Fingers a little bit more, lifting it off the cardboard just to get the scissors underneath. There we are. So we have cut the warp. We're definitely done with our weft. It's still holding it tight here in the notches that we created in the cardboard. So I'm going to take my needle off. And now we get to do the exciting part of taking it off the loom. And I think it's probably going to be easier to do it one by one. Now, it depends on the design you want. I think I'm going to try to knot 3 together. And I'll just quickly look to see. I've got 3, 6, 9, 12. Yes, I have 15, so that'll make a nice pattern. So here I am. I will actually, you know what, I'm just gonna take everything off because it's very secure. And I'll just make it easier to work with. So there we are. Okay, now, keeping everything kind of out of the way, I'm just going to knot these together and pull it down to the end. And there we go. I have secured those. I think actually I would like that a little bit tighter. So I'm gonna try that another time here. It'll be like almost like a little double knot. I'm gonna use my needle, help me get that through. My fingers are just not flexible this time of year. And there we go. We have a nice sturdy knot. So we'll go along and do that for each of the 3 threads, 3 warps, and get those nice and tight together to really knot those off so our weaving doesn't come undone. There we go. Okay. And that was a little bit loose, my top piece, so I'm going to keep tightening that as we go. So that is how we are going to finish things, okay? And you can get the sense of what our very cute little bookmark, or maybe this could be a tiny doll rug, is going to look like. And you could trim these to be a little bit shorter, maybe you want them longer, however you like. Now the other thing that we have to do, so as we were going along, you use up each sort of arm length piece of warp and you've got some ends. So you will need to weave those in as well. And I'm just going to show you how to do one of those here with one piece. I'm gonna thread it back onto my darning needle. And I didn't leave myself a lot of room to work with. So sometimes what I like to do, and you kind of want to pay attention to your pattern. So this one should be going over here and this one should be going over as well. So I'm just going to weave it in following the pattern. I hope that you can see that. And I think 2 should be enough. This isn't a garment. We're just going to be setting it in between the pages of our book. So it doesn't need to be super sturdy. So there, I've threaded it through after I've woven my needle through some of the fabric and just kind of play with it a bit, squish it around, and then you can trim it off close to your final fabric, and that's your woven end. And you can always kind of massage it a bit to make it disappear a little bit more and just kind of play with it. Okay, so that is how you will weave the ends in. So here we go. One other thing to be careful of, I'm seeing this now. Look, my one piece of weft is coming a little bit loose here, so I'm going to hold this tight and use my needle to pull it in. And then I can begin to tie my pieces of warp down here at the other end, and then that will finish off both ends of our bookmark. And again, with this final piece here, we'll weave it in. So here, I hope you can see the basic techniques of finishing your woven bookmark. We'd love to see photos of yours. Feel free to share them in the comments. And yeah, I'm gonna keep working on mine and finish it up, and I will share a photo. I'll try to share a photo in the comments. So here we are, the final techniques that you need to finish up your woven bookmark for the Bruce County Public Library March 2021 take-home activity kit. Enjoy!